Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Below the Line. My name is Andres Ramirez, and yes, we're recording on a Sunday. That's pretty rare for us. I'm here with my co-host from Vancouver, Canada, Mr. Zach Houston Scott. How are you, man?
Hey, doing pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, it's early for us today. We're enjoying, well, I'm looking at your end and it's beautifully sunny there, but on my end it's just cloudy and gray and miserable and gonna start raining pretty soon.
Well, enjoy the rain. I mean, it's also pretty. I mean, here it rains maybe once a week, but when it rains here, it's like a storm. It's like the type of you go out and the wind is throwing water in your face. It's like a storm, like a beach storm type of rain, if you know what I mean.
Oh, definitely. No, I agree with that. I agree. But yeah, so happy Sunday. We got a couple things to chat about with two relatively big movies for November coming out until the two bigger movies come out for the second half of November.
I mean,
Um,
are these big?
I
That's a
think they are.
question.
Well, they're mini major bigs. I thought actually one of them was going to be a little bigger, but just looking at its box office,
It's
it's
not.
yeah, it's tripping a little bit. I was a bit shocked, but kind of not because I mean, when you know the director's work, he's kind of known for that kind of stuff. But yes, we
Which
were.
film are you talking about?
I'm talking about The Running Man with Edgar Wright.
Okay, yeah. Because like Ruben Fleischer, who also directed the other film, he has like a very weird filmography. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
like he has his own Zombieland, but he also did Uncharted. Like I don't know, his filmography is all over the place.
he works a lot with Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson, especially because he did the first Venom movie and was the one that
And the two
casted.
Zombielands.
Yeah, well, he does a Zombieland every decade. He was even talking about doing one for 2029, which I think is kind of fun to reunite the cast every 10 years to do another one of those films.
That would be the third one in
Yeah.
2029.
Hmm.
Damn, by that point, Emma Stone is going to be the top billed actress in that franchise.
I mean, she kind of already was when the last one came out in 2019. So, like,
Yeah, but now she has two Oscars and maybe three for this year.
yeah, definitely of her caliber. Watch they kill her off so they don't bring her back for a fourth one in 2039, you know?
I do think she likes the character, so maybe that's why she would come back.
Yeah. And it is fun. It's kind of like just this little genre film that every decade these actors and director come back to make
Just have
something
fun.
and well, yeah, and just kind of see where the zombie land is now, in this time period. I think it's a clever idea personally.
Yeah. I was going to ask you. I do think we talked about it this a little bit last week, but I do think the biggest film, even in November so far, is not the two that we're going to talk this week, but it's one that you had not seen last week, which is Predator Badlands. Did you had a chance to see it?
Yes, I did, and it was pretty freaking awesome. Like adrenaline pumping action with just nonstop, full on sci-fi action and cool creature designs. Like, yeah, I can see why people would hate it. It's not a traditional Predator, but I don't know. I like the direction the series is taking now, and I like that it's trying something new, unlike Alien, which seems to basically do the same premise over and over again. Now I'm kind of more into what the Predator's up to.
Well, do you think it's leading up to another ABP?
Oh, yes. No, there's a scene in this film that basically confirms, even if it's just a few seconds, that Alien versus Predator again is on the horizon. And I'm excited for this Predator to fight an alien that's from either Romulus or, I don't know, the recent Prometheus movies, even though I don't like them, just because I think
Yeah.
there's potential there.
It seems like the Alien franchise, like the Alien side of the franchise, is a mess. You know, I actually went back and saw Requiem because we talked about that one for last week. What
Hmm.
a horrible movie to see.
Yeah, it is.
It, it's like the Game of Thrones episode that everybody complained was too dark. That's exactly how the movie feels like. Like I don't know, it has this blue color tint that even on daylight scenes, it makes it very hard to see. And you were right; it is a slasher film.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
why I
didn't
like it. It's a slasher
recall it being
film for
that
this
bad.
franchise. It's so bad.
It's like the characters make no sense. The bad predator hybrid with the xenomorph makes no sense. Like his plan was to get all the pregnant ladies pregnant with aliens, even though he doesn't need that. But like, I think that film set up a third one where the humans now have the predator technology. Uh, but I don't think they're paying off that one. Who knows? Maybe they are. Like 50 years later, like 15 years later or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'm excited though for what this is to come. But back to Requiem. I mean, yeah, it's just a dumb slasher film. It's not very well shot and lit, but it's the kind of trash that I like that is generally beneath this franchise. So
did they
I don't
shot that in Vancouver?
I let me actually look to the side on that. I'm pretty
Because
sure they did.
it's supposed to be in Colorado, but that looks like British Columbia. And it would make sense why it's always gray and sad and depressing.
It
I
is,
mean, you
yes.
said it yourself.
It was
Also,
filmed, it's shot in Vancouver,
of
Coquitlam,
course.
Langley, and Port Coquitlam. And that makes a lot of sense now.
Yep. Probably like
They-
half of the cast was Canadian too.
oh, yeah. No, every time there's like a filming out there, they always are like, yeah.
Yeah, because that film has no star power whatsoever. It's like unknowns, and I'm pretty sure they're all Canadian. And they were like, "Sure, I'll die in the film, and that's it. I get a paycheck, and I'm in ABP." And unfortunately, it didn't lead to much, probably.
No, no, that it's sad when that happens. But anyway, let's move on to our other topics now that we're in this weekend with the two new movies that came out. Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which honestly should have been the name of the second movie, and the
True.
Running Man remake. Do you want to go first for both of them, or how do you want to approach it?
Have you seen both of them?
Yes, I have.
So, which one was your favorite? Let's start with which one was your favorite out of the two?
So, of my favorite of the two, I did prefer the Running Man a little more
Oh,
because
okay.
you'll get my reasoning why with Now You See Me. And let me just say this. I did not mind the first two movies. I actually think they're a lot of fun with, the visuals and the effects, the
Yeah.
filmmaking tricks that come up. I cannot tell you the name of the characters. At least with this one, I'm able to tell you the name of
Well,
the characters.
I just know that Jesse Eisenberg plays Jesse Eisenberg. Like, he plays himself, like, for the 50th time. Like, it's Mark Zuckerberg, Jesse Eisenberg 2.0. Like, that's his character. And I
For
think
sure.
Woody Harrelson plays himself. Like, he plays Tallahassee as well. So he's like the same character as he was in Zombieland, in
Yeah.
this film at least.
He's just, Tallahassee as a magician. That's his shtick. Dave Franco
Yeah.
is just Dave Franco as that's his shtick.
Gambit. He had like a little
Yeah.
bit of Gambit, which
Morton.
makes no sense, but sure.
Yeah, no, why not? I was happy they brought back Isla Fisher though, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I don't even remember if she was in the second one, to be honest.
Well, I mean, she wasn't. That's why they replaced her with Lizzie Kaplan, but they were able to bring both of them in. So, I mean, that was kind of cool to see everyone
I guess
together.
it was just money issues.
Yeah. But that's kind of my problem with this movie is I don't care that all these characters are back and the film makes a mistake in adding more characters like a new generation of horsemen that I just really cannot stand.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they needed those characters to make you feel, to manipulate you into feeling nostalgia for this franchise,
But
if you know
that's
what I mean. And
which I
that's the
get.
problem.
That is the problem. I don't feel any nostalgia for this franchise. It's the Cars 3 of like this magician franchise. Like why am I feeling nostalgia for something that was basically a mid-level series at best back in the 2010s? Like
Because they manipulated us. And I think that's the problem. Like, the film exists. Like there is some cool shots. I think the coolest shot is when there's that wonder where they're showing off their magic. I think that's a very clever sequence, but it's a heist film, and I couldn't remember what the first two were about. You know,
That's that's the thing, you don't.
in
Ironically.
I don't know, Justice Smith, he's a good actor, I guess, but he always plays the same character. Like he plays the I am not good enough, and his arc is I'll be good enough. Like it's
I
in every film he's
I actually disagree with that. I think anything he is in is terrible, and he does not give a good performance because it always comes across as whiny and self-deprecating. And
that's
you,
what I'm saying. He
well,
always
yeah,
plays the same character. Like in D&D, he was a guy that couldn't, but he is like the best guy at the end. In Jurassic Park, he's like the whiny guy, and he can save somebody from a dinosaur. Like in every film, in Pokemon, he was the guy that couldn't care about Pokemon, didn't like Pokemon, and by the end, he was Ash Ketchum. And I think he plays like the guy that it's like a loser, but it's not actually a loser, and that's his arc every single time.
yeah.
So I don't know. I like the guy from that film with what's his name, um, the one with I'm blanking on the actor's name, but he was nominated for an Oscar. The main magician, the young man magician that was like uh, the arrogant guy. I like his performance, but I think he was coming off the film that where he debuted with.
Which one? I'm trying to look him up. Actually, I can't remember. Oh,
He did
that's the guy
he
from the
did that film,
Holdovers.
yeah, with the holdovers. I sort
Oh,
of feel he's playing the same character, but I enjoy his presence on screen.
yeah, I liked him. I will disagree with that too. I thought he gave a bit of a different performance. Like, yeah, he was a little arrogant, but I mean, he was often put in his place a bit in this film, and I don't know. I liked his. Honestly, Ariana Greenblatt was the one I really did not like. I have yet to
Oh,
find a role I
June.
really enjoy her in anything like Barbie, Ahsoka, Borderlands. Just she's just got that stupid face that she puts on all the time, and just is not. I don't know.
Oof.
Yeah, the
I
big
don't
oof
even
face.
remember she was in Ahsoka, but I guess that
Yeah,
makes sense.
she was also
Ahsoka
in.
was just so forgettable.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me she was also in Boss Baby, like James Marston's
Holy
daughter,
moly.
and I had to remind myself. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a terrible performance too. Like,
Yeah, I think the film it's just non-offensive. That's the thing. It's like okay, it exists. It's manipulated, but as a film, without ignoring all of that, I think it's entertaining enough if you have popcorn at the
yeah,
movies.
well, my favorite moment in the whole movie was there's a hologram of a character. I'm not going to spoil who for our viewers, but that is just a pure example of wow, you really are trying to be Marvel and nostalgia bait us with this one character.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about.
and it's a Marvel character. Actually, it's a Marvel actor.
And it's a reference to another one when he played in Shang-Chi. So if anyone remembers that movie, remember its post-credit scene, my friend?
Well, he's coming back to Doomsday, and now you gotta pay $20 to see that trailer. If you want to see the trailer, you gotta go watch Avatar. So that's how they're going to make sure that film gets $2 billion
I'll
by
just leave and go watch SpongeBob when freaking Avatar plays because
well, but by that point, you already bought the ticket. You already made Disney happy.
true, true.
I mean, that's an interesting strategy because that's front loading the first weekend. But I don't know. I think Avatar is not a guarantee 2 billion hit as it was in the past. I think it's going to have lots of competition this winter or
Yeah,
this December. I mean, they're going to be competing with Stranger Things. I mean, don't undermine the power of Stranger Things. I think it has hype, and they say the episodes are really good. Apart, it's going to have that Hugh Jackman musical competing, and I guess Marty Supreme to a certain extent. But I don't think Shyamalan has the power to take down Jimmy C.
no, oh, absolutely not. No, I don't think any of those movies will. I'll do Avatar. Like its closest direct competition is two actually. There's the Anaconda film, the Jack Black
That seems fun.
movie. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I like premises that are basically taking the
Meta.
original and flipping on its head. Like I mentioned before, the second or no, the fourth SpongeBob movie. Sorry, I was looking at Five Nights at Freddy's, but that's another one that can
That's
do.
early December. That's like
Yes,
in 2 weeks, I think.
yeah. And then the other one is, oh geez, I had it. Where are you? Do. Um, Shoot, I lost it. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy, the fourth SpongeBob, and Anaconda. So those are the three movies I think.
Tough competition, but I don't know. I think Avatar could make 1 billion if it does well in China.
Yeah, because that seems to be the only movie that gets released in China nowadays.
Nisa 2. Well, that's the one to beat. Nisa 2.
Nothing's gonna beat it.
Because, well, maybe Avatar. Avatar is like that wild card that can do a lot. Apparently, people say it's a masterpiece, but I don't know.
I mean, a 3 hour, 15-minute film. We'll see.
That's the length of the film?
Yep.
Oh boy, that's like Lord of the Rings Return of the King level.
Mm-hmm.
It should be better epic. It should be like a masterpiece where you're like, oh my god. Imagine watching that extended cut. It's like 5 hours extended cut.
All the
Oh
movies
god.
cut together, but
But you were saying The Running Man was your favorite.
mm,
Why?
because
I'm going back
I
to
will
that.
caveat this a little bit. So I liked it for its action. I loved
Fair
it for
enough.
its performance with its lead. I loved it
Glenn
for the
Powell.
energy it brought. Yep, all of that. The only issue is, believe it or not, very something similar to another Stephen King adaptation, Doctor Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember in that movie where Mike Flanagan directed it, but he wanted to take influence from Kubrick
From The
and the
Shining,
novel?
yeah.
This has the same problem where it's clear Edgar Wright wanted to delve deep into the book, like because the book is dark. I have read it. The original Richard Bachman Running Man is a very dystopian novel that's disturbing and very grim and gothic. But
Mm-hmm.
the Schwarzenegger film was an action piece fluff, like saying one-liners and being over the
Yeah,
tops
it
of
was
the time.
Arnold.
It was Arnold being Arnold. This movie tries to do both. It tries to be both the original book and the original movie side by side. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, when it does get to the end, that becomes a big problem because when they go into that third act, I won't spoil it again for the viewers who haven't read the book, but it gets very dark and there is a fake out and then they pull the rug under it, which wasn't the point of the Running Man. It needed something like The Long Walk, where that ending was very grim, but they made a change to that story too, but it worked in its favor, I think, compared to something in the Running Man, which clearly Edgar Wright had something different in mind, but couldn't do it either because of the studio system or its ties to the 1980s film. Hell, even the dollar has a reference to Schwarzenegger in this film.
Really? Oh yeah, the money. It's
Mm-hmm.
Arnold, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought, but I was not sure about it. Uh, I guess that makes him canon in the story.
It's another long lost sequel. Schwarzenegger took over the world and basically redid the Running Man again. That's my plot
Well,
thesis.
maybe he was like a former Running Man in the Running Man show,
Yeah,
and he actually won it in '87 or whatever, or in 2025.
yeah,
Because like the original story takes place in 2025, right?
yep, it does.
So he might be the winner of 2025, and this guy might be the winner of 2037 or 2035, and they just happen to have the same name, maybe, and the same motivation. It would be kind of funny. Um, no, I mean I agree with you. I think the Running Man is good. I think the first half is the best part. I think the second half is where it starts to meander a little bit. Um, with the heavy on message type of thing. So I don't know. I thought it was fun, fine, but I don't know if it had the Edgar Wright stamp. Like in terms of the fast editing, fast cutting. I don't know if that was there. Like the Michael Sarah sequence in the house is fun, but it's also kind of pointless, you know, because he tells him like go to the bunker and survive, but he does none of that. So that whole sequence could have been cut, and the film would have had the same outcome.
Yeah,
If you
no,
know
I do know
what I
what you
mean.
mean. But I mean, it's just to add more action bits like the original and take more influence from the book, which hey, I'm all for and with.
So how different is from the book, or how faithful it is?
It's more faithful than the '87 film. I will say that the structure is more based on the book versus the other one, which is basically just a Schwarzenegger film with the amount of
With Stephen King's name.
yeah, just with it's like Lawnmower Man. Like they took the
Mm.
idea. Well, I mean, Lawnmower Man just took the name, but they just ran with like the initial premise. But everything else, from like the character design to the way that world operated, was very much different. This one is closer to the book, but it still has those elements of the '80s film, but through a 2025 lens. Which I mean, you can take it or leave it. Me personally, I
Yeah.
kind of wish they leaned a little more closer to the book because I'm still waiting for that adaptation. And even as an Edgar Wright film, like you mentioned, this didn't feel as cutty or as frequently action packed. Like he still has his like oneers. He still has like the performances animated, but you got to get like, that Baby Driver style editing or his Cornetto trilogy. So definitely that was a little bit more of a disappointment to me.
Yeah, I wonder if because he's so Americanized, he has forgotten his British side of it. Because I think the Cornetto trilogy was when he was still in the UK, and in the UK they have a different sense of style and filmmaking sensitivities. Or maybe he used me Simon Pegg because I think he co-wrote all of those films with him.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. You brought up a very good point that without Simon Pegg, like the only movies that he really has under his belt that didn't have him were Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim that people liked. Because I don't know about you, but I didn't care for one night last night in Soho. I thought it was pretty
It was
terrible.
interesting, but it was not compelling enough to drive an audience to see his films.
No,
And I think he works better in comedy action rather than in action for the sake of action. If you know
yeah,
what I mean, like Shaun of the Dead has action, but I think it's more comedical, and he's good at matching those tones. And I'm not sure if this film really has that. Um, like it wants to be comedical, but it's not comedical, and then it kind of becomes very messy at times.
no, I agree with you. I agree with you. But I do recommend seeing this film. I actually do recommend seeing Now You See Me as well because yeah, both movies have their problems. But if you want like just a fun weekend, if you don't want to be indoors and just want to get out, if you have a theater close by, definitely go and check them out. Otherwise, if you want to stay at home, you should check out
Frankenstein.
Pluribius. Oh yeah, Frankenstein too, I guess. We
Yo,
should get
the Vince Gilligan one.
yeah, the new Vince Gilligan show. Actually, maybe we should get our friend Will on this podcast. He loves Frankenstein and he's very passionate about the story. So maybe that might be worth discussing with him. A full dedicated episode.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that Frankenstein is an interesting movie. Have you seen it?
I've seen bits of it. Yeah, I think it's definitely a film that is Del Toro's take on the story, like
Yep.
very much similar to his Pinocchio, where yeah, it's very much Guillermo del Toro monster film.
Yeah, I would agree with that take. I think it's a good movie, but it's not his masterpiece. That's my opinion. I
I'd say
think his masterpiece.
it's his most passionate. Well, I can't even say that because of Pinocchio. So it's
Well,
definitely
I also think that's the marketing they've been using, but I think a director has to be passionate about all their projects, and I think he's most passionate could you could argue it's Kronos because that's when he was unknown, and that drive to make your first feature, it's a different type of passion. You could say Pan's Labyrinth when his career was uncertain was his most passionate. So I think he always brings passion. So I don't think you can measure passion. I think he was passionate for The Shape of Water, and that gave him a lot of Oscars. So I'm not sure like his dream project or passion project is really a term that can be used. I think it is a project that he wanted to make for a long time, and he wanted to make it his own way. And he just needed to win Oscars to get the budget that he needed to make the project his own way. Because technically he could have done this as a first feature, because Frankenstein is part of the public domain. Like, there was nothing stopping him from making this movie
No,
except the budget
definitely.
that he needed. Now he has access to that, and that's fantastic. But I think calling it his passion project is more of a marketing uh, way of making the film, if you know what I mean.
No, I do. I do.
But I agree, Running Man and that Now
Now
You
you
See
see
Me,
me.
Now You Don't.
You've already
It's
forgotten it.
they're both enjoyable in the theaters, and if you don't want to see any of those, go watch Predator: Badlands.
Yeah, honestly, Predator Badlands is the movie to see.
Yeah, it seems so far it's saving movie theaters for now until Wicked and Zootopia come out.
Yes. So we're gonna devote a whole episode to Zootopia and Wicked next week.
Is that next week?
Well, Wicked is next week, but Zootopia we might need to save in a couple weeks.
Well, that's a week after, right? That's actually Thanksgiving. So
Yeah,
Zootopia is competing with Stranger Things.
yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, I don't even remember what the first one was about. And we saw it together, I think, in the theater near BFS.
It was about prey being
Racism.
racist against predators. It was racism. This one, I think they said it was like about climate change or something like that. I don't know.
Well, no, this one I think explains why we don't see lizards, so there is even more racism in Zootopia.
Not great. Or maybe it's like Frozen 2 where they discover like Zootopia was built on like some slavery or something and the
Yeah,
reptiles were
it's
used
about
as
that.
slaves.
I don't know. It probably will be funny because yeah, it's only mammals, right? The first one, so I think this one they'll explain why lizards were not there and why they were marginalized. So I think they took advantage of the concept that it was supposed to just be mammals, and they're trying to imply the message into this film.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Cast
So
is
I mean,
stacked for that movie too. Like,
hopefully it's fun and it's not so heavy on the message. But that's what I've heard, that they are using that as an excuse to have a message film.
like I mean, it's fine. I don't know. To me, I love the original movie. It's probably like after a couple other Disney movies, my favorite modern one. And I just don't want to see the sequel ruin it. If especially because Disney's been on a bit of a downward spiral for the last little while with their animated films. So,
I mean, I would say with their whole studio, but that's a different
oh
conversation.
yeah, no, we need to devote a full
And theme
episode to
parks. And
that.
theme parks. Like, I
Even
think Disney is in a creative challenge crisis. I mean, I don't know if you heard, but apparently now people will be able to make AI videos inside of Disney Plus tailored to them.
yeah, I
Have you
heard
heard
that.
about
I
this
did.
news? I mean, that just seems like Bob Iger wants to piss every single union in Hollywood. But he's Bobby Iger, so what can they do to him? Like, he's probably the most powerful CEO for now in the film business.
Yeah, until David
Well,
Zalvis sells Warner Brothers, and then he'll be probably the
that's
most
not
powerful.
true. Maybe Ted Sarantos is more powerful.
Oh, true. Yeah, because of Netflix.
But I also think Netflix is in a very weird state because everything they are known for are popular. I think they're cracking more on password sharing. So I don't know. I think Netflix is also in a very, very weird state. But hey, Red Redemption is coming to Netflix very soon.
Before Red Dead 2, how unfortunate. Well, actually,
I mean,
before we
before GTA 6,
that wound is still fresh. I don't. We gotta wait another whole year for that game.
if it comes out. If
This
it comes out.
has to at this point. I couldn't like.
Well, I also think that that franchise is like how they're, that game is going to be the best, most selling game of all time. but it could either be the most beloved or the most hated game of all time.
For real.
Like, if it's not perfect, people are gonna riot. If it's perfect and then they fuck it up in a patch, people are gonna riot. So I don't even know if it can run on a PS5. That is my thought. I think this game is so big that they're kind of just delaying it so it comes out with the next gen consoles. That
Yeah,
is my theory of why they're delaying it. Like, the trailers, everything they've shown looks so pristine that I don't think it can run on a PS5.
I agree.
So
No, I agree with you.
I think it's a hard. They built so much hype around it that I don't think they know they can deliver this product to the people. I think they're too scared of just releasing it because of how hyped it is.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
But yeah, we talked GTA, we talked movies, we talked TV, we talked a lot about stuff. One last thing: have you been seeing Welcome to Derry?
I have yet to catch up on that show, so no, I haven't actually.
Me neither. I'm rewatching Stranger Things, for those Easter eggs. But
Keep an eye for them.
well, I got like 1 week or so to catch up, and then season 5 comes out, and they're in high school, and they're past high school. I mean, Millie Bobby Brown is a mom, and then this thing
Yeah.
is over. So, So, do you want to sign us off?
Absolutely. He's Andres Ramirez. You can follow him at Jaro2096. I'm the Zach Houston. Those are our Instagram handles. You can give us a follow on Spotify, YouTube, and also Instagram with below the line underscore 2025. And yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll talk soon.
Bye bye, Zach. Have
Bye
a
bye.
wonderful day. And we're making it short, but yeah, go watch movies, go watch TV, do whatever you want. Have a good one, guys.
You too.